We got somebody that will probably whip my ass, whip my ass on the turntables and whip yours. Jazzy Joyce, what's up? The TV star, she got the shades on. She doing
everything. Why not? You want me to take them off or something?
Nah. I like the shades.
Smooth.
I'll take the Dolce & Gabbanas off. I'll keep the Dre headphones on.
What's going on?
Master the Mix.
Yeah.
I've been tuning in.
Yes.
Looking good over there. Yeah, it's on Centric, it's on BT.
Yes. Every Wednesday on Centric at 10:30, and then it re-airs Saturday on BET.
Right. Yeah.
It just was a fabulous experience.
Let me ask you something. What made you want to do that though? Like they approached you?
They were looking for me, and I'm not totally diligent with my emails. No, I'm keeping it 100.
Obama hit it like, Joyce, can you do the White House?
No, you can imagine I get a lot of emails.
Yeah, me too.
And basically they contacted my management, and at the time, and I was like, whatever. And then I reached out to Scratch. Scratch is a good long-time friend of mine. I was like, yo, I got, proposition to be a part of this DJ reality show, and he let me talk. And then he was like, I'm already on board.
Right. You're already down.
So he was like, come and do it. You need to be there, and the rest is history.
Wow, he let you talk like
let me.
So can you tell the viewers a little bit about the show, like the essence of what's going on? I know Jazzy Joyce ain't walking for no cheesecake, so I don't know. You gotta tell them what's going on.
Basically, it's 8 episodes, 7 DJs, 1 master of the mix, and we're all competing for $250,000.
Wow.
And you have to watch it. With 3 episodes in, the 2 episodes that aired already are on the Master of the Mix website.
Yes.
So you can go back and
get up to date. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize is when each episode airs, is like we're all watching it with you.
Yeah.
Because we literally lived in a house together. Like I left New York at the end of the summer, and we all lived together. We all lived in the house. It's a real reality show.
Was it fights or anything? Like somebody, because I know somebody tried to smack Jazzy Joyce.
I mean, I think they wanted it to be kind of some tension, especially between myself and the other female DJ, but it just didn't happen like that. We're all grown and mature.
Yeah,
exactly. Fly in our own right. So it wasn't like it was a bunch of people trying to be somebody. We already are somebody.
I know reality TV, sometimes they just think of
they make some
need to be, let's argue.
It wasn't the whole point of it. Like one of the things that was important to me was that we weren't going to be presented in a negative light. Like it was going to be something classy, and it is. If you watch the show, you can see, and it's important that the DJ is presented to the world, because a lot of things that we see, artists and everything, the DJ is no longer important. So
no, the DJ is important. We know.
But I'm just saying, like visually, we don't see that anymore with acts and everything. So it was like important. All of us collectively felt that it was very important.
So you know how many changes like the DJ system has gone through?
Not a lot of people have longevity. And I was talking to LL Cool J, because there's a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people come and go, and we were talking. I was like, you and I, not just you and I, but we are the very few people who have had a long-lasting, relevant career. Like we remained relevant. Like somehow, some way, the stars fading, and then guess what? We still here, and I got
certain DJs. They started out with the Technique 1200,
right?
And now recently, I heard that Panasonic said they're going to discontinue the 1200.
Of course.
Do you think that's not necessarily bad, but do you think it's like a disrespect to the DJs that came from that essence?
The company made all of the money that they made out of it, and I'm quite sure they'll sell the patent to somebody else.
True.
And somebody else.
Great answer. Because they made a lot of money. Them techniques, when you first got them, I was like, woo, had to get up that money. I don't know about you probably got them free, but I know when I first got my 2, I was like, I was polishing them all. Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying?
No, I think like most of us, a female in our lives probably assisted in us purchasing our equipment. And a large percent of the DJs,
Yeah.
when you talk to them, they say, well, my mom helped
My
me,
grandma's first born, I had Scott, so I had belt drive. The first time, the
No, I
belt
have
drive.
my SLB too. I have them. And on the Master of the Mix show, one of the pictures that they use in the background is like when we're on the green screen.
Yeah.
Is a picture of my setup.
Wow.
And when I realized, I was like, that's mine.
Your first setup?
Wow.
With the SLB too.
Let me ask you something, because now it's a lot of female DJs out right now. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of, like I'm a DJ and I've come from the passion, and it's a couple of female DJs that are not DJs. You're getting these artists now, and it gets me kind of pissed off.
Of course.
It's like, wow, she's doing.
Going to the computer store buying software.
Doing Hard Rock Cafe in Vegas, and it's like, it's kind of. I don't say it's disrespecting the culture, but like, I would love to see Jazzy Joyce in Vegas 5 nights in a row, and it's like, wow, like how much. You know how much.
I compare it to this. I can't go to the local hospital and be like, yo, son, I could do that appendectomy for little or nothing. Yo, I'm nice with the scalpel. You know what I'm saying? I just started with it, but I could give you, I could get that out for you.
Great analogy.
I can do a heart transplant right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't just go and do that without going to college, sit. There's no sense of rites of passage. Like, we went through something to get to be able to play in front of people, and that's what I think hurts.
It
so
hurts.
Much.
It hurts the crates when the
you listening to
shootouts, and you had to leave the club, and you like, yo, my 15 crates is in there. You calling the club owner, man.
Listen, I got stories galore.
Wow.
Like from the violence to the beauty of it.
Yes.
And these are the things that we went through to get that opportunity to play in front of people, and then when it's like celebrities just fuck it, I want to be a DJ.
We went from the turntables, boom. Then because I'm gonna tell you my phase. Then we went from the CDs. I was like, wow, man, I gotta get my book. Like, you know what I mean? And, because I'm not gonna lie. At first, when the CDJs was there, I was like, But then when I felt the feel, I'm like, yo, it's kind of. Then the Serato technology now.
Came on.
How did you transform to the Serato technology?
What was my evolution?
Yeah.
I was frightened, of course. And
Yeah.
the first transition was to CDs, and the first party that I rocked on CDs, I remember it was in March 2112.
All right.
And I was like, I'm still nice. What? Like, I got, but it was just a scary transition. And then once I was comfortable with that, it was like the transition to the technology of Serato and all the other.
Yeah.
So isn't it important for a DJ to still know how to work the records?
Oh, of course. We teach that. And no, it's a very good question. I teach at Scratch Academy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's the basis of when you come in from the ground up. We're teaching you vinyl first, and then everything else. It's just like one of the metaphors that I use is a NASCAR driver. They start out driving go-karts.
Yeah.
And they learn everything about the go-karts, and then they evolve into the bigger
step
by
yeah,
step.
yeah.
Right, so it's the same process.
Yeah.
It's like you don't just come out and be like, yo, I'm driving that $1 million car with all the stickers on it because I can drive. I'm nice.
Yeah.
Give me that.
That's how I feel like with these celebrities. Like, it's hard. Like, you can never replace a DJ, because I told a kid.
It's your iPod.
I told a kid before, I was talking to him. He was like, yo, all I need is your playlist, and I can just do it like that. I said, but maybe the crowd doesn't want to hear that. Maybe they want to go old school.
And
that's feeling. That's emotion.
One time I was in the party a couple of times, because if you ever have experienced when I play, like I talk when I play, like it's
get it in.
So one time I was rocking right in the middle of it. I just was like, whoa. And I turned to the guy, I said, no matter how long and how hard you stare at this playlist, it won't make you nice.
Wow.
Went right back in, and the crowd just like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
But it's like, cause he's trying to get the peak and all that, and I'm like, yo, after that, he was too embarrassed. He had to.
And I look at it like the essence of Serato. You can have over 1 million records in Serato. And I hate when you walk in a club and like if Jazzy Joyce
Hold
is
on,
DJing.
before you even
Yes.
finish, I know what you talking about, the opening DJ.
Yes.
all
the joints.
No hands. I'm like, yo, what's going
Yo,
on?
How do you handle that?
listen, imagine that. How do I handle that? Well, you know, I have many stories of even
Yeah.
before that. Like, when we were still on vinyl, people just sabotaging the turntables
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And Flex and them used to tease me and call, like, a lot of people who are close to me realize I'm gadgety and I'm always prepared. So one time this guy, you know, on the turn on the screw,
Yeah.
the unscrew, I just reached into my little bag of tricks, fixed it, and I was looking at him like,
Wow.
You ain't gonna get me.
yeah, right. Basically, you're not gonna,
That's right.
So when they
Yeah.
do that, when they burn you, when they play the few
joints.
records,
Yeah.
it's like, it's a disrespect and everything, but you as a talented DJ,
That's where your
you
creativity comes
Good.
could,
out.
you could
Yeah,
come,
no.
usually I come back around, I'll go bring it back
Oh.
around and then come right back around and play them same records. One DJ, this young DJ was like, I played that and I just didn't get the same reaction, and I was just looking at him like,
Poop.
that's why.
Take notes, Holmes.
Yeah, but basically,
Yeah.
you know, they know no better. And some of the DJs that I've opened up for are Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex. In my time,
Yeah.
yes, Jazzy Joyce, and I would never burn either one of them.
I just want you to define Jazzy Joyce's definition of a mix master.
Of course, knowledgeable of all types of genres of music, have the ability to read a crowd, have the ability to mix, scratch,
Y'all listening? Let's go.
Taking notes?
blend, what else?
The
Just gotta
passion.
be
You gotta have a passion.
Of course, you gotta love it.
Jazzy is a producer. Don't
Yes.
sleep on her.
Yes.
We got
Yes.
a project some coming soon, so
Yes.
look out for that as
Just
well.
tell, just tell everybody what you got coming up. You know what I mean?
Of course, Nina B and I are working on some things. And
Uh-oh.
I wanted to surprise. We
Crazy.
kind of wanted to surprise
Yes,
the
surprise.
world because I was trying to think of a way
Yeah.
to showcase my production skills
Okay.
and at the same time help someone.
Exactly.
It has
Wow.
nothing to do with this show. Like, we've known each other. And
Nah,
it's
Nina
just-
B know everybody, man.
Nah,
She
but
been
this is
grinding.
good shit, but
Jazzy, I rocks with you.
No, thank you. And that was a way for it could, so I thought of helping myself and the artist.
Yes.
So, that's definitely the next step
So
that
you're gonna be
I'm
hearing
looking
all
forward.
over. So her records are crazy. I see.
A lot of people
How
are
now
gonna be
in like 2 weeks.
a lot of people are gonna be totally surprised. Like,
When these records come out,
Yeah, she's pretty
I
talented.
think so. I think so.
I know so. Can you give the Twitter? You gotta follow.
Website,
Oh, yes.
everything.
The Twitter and
Do you
the
follow
show.
her?
When
DJ
it's
Jazzy Joyce,
Uh-huh.
Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, all of them, the same thing.
Okay.
DJ Jazzy Joyce, and of course, check us out, Master of the Mix once again, Centric, every Wednesday at 10:30, and then it re-airs, whatever episode airs that
Yeah.
Wednesday,
Can't miss it.
re-airs Saturday on BET at midnight.